Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Umajnanathyamirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadambakhyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Shri Visakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kantana Mostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarvyascha Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam Om Tat Sat Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest and the topmost knowledge. That is Pavitram Uttamam. So in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, now we are nicely progressing. And we have understood very clearly about how to reach Krishna. And we also understand that spiritual well, Krishna's well, is permanent. In Bhagavad Gita, many times Krishna talks about that. He gives us information about Goloka. But here in this 8th chapter, in these 3 slokas, continuously Krishna is giving, like this sloka number 20, 21, 22. Also, these slokas we have understood very clearly that Krishna is in the spiritual world, and that spiritual world is eternal and it is not disturbed at all, whereas this material world goes through all kinds of changes. It's changing all the time. Our body is made up of biomolecules. And those biomolecules, they themselves are made up of so many bonds between the individual atoms. So, and when that bond is broken, then it disintegrates. That's it. So then we are not going to have that biomolecule. Our cells are made up of such biomolecules. So our bone is made up of such things. Our body, our organs in our body, everything is working. So everything is working. As long as they are working, we are able to work. We are able to walk. As long as our internal organs are working very well, so then we are able to work with our motor nervous system, karmendriyas. And we are able to receive knowledge with our somatosensory system, that is jnanendriyas. So all such things are possible when the system, as our body, the entire system itself is working well. So that's what we need to understand. That's what is known as homeostasis. So then we are able to talk, walk, do everything and all such things. But when the system starts failing, of course, it eventually will happen for everyone. This body is going to stop working. It will fail, even for everyone. So a person who may be a doctor who saved so many lives, but even for that person also the body is going to fail. So a person who may be the very powerful person, so maybe the ruler are very powerful, or very famous, or very rich, anyone, whoever it is, very beautiful. But everything has expiry date. That's what we need to understand. So we have expiry date in all the products, what we buy in the market. So we need to understand it. There is an expiry date for our body also. Afterwards, it won't be there. It will expire when that day comes, when that time comes. So that's what we need to understand, that this material world is temporary. Then what's the point in getting ourselves attached to everything in this material world? We are not going to gain anything. Everyone in this world, every materialistic person in this world is a big loser. That is the reality. That is the fact. But that's not the case with a spiritualistic person, a person who has got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Because with this knowledge, we are able to gain control of our mind. So when the mind gets controlled, that means when the mind becomes our best friend, then we don't have to worry about anything. Otherwise, we are under big trouble. When our mind is our enemy, it's very difficult, because it's going to bind us more into this material world. So that means it's going to get so much attached to material sense objects. When the mind is attached to material sense objects, it is our worst enemy. That's what we need to understand. So we need to control our mind. So that science, that scientific procedure is very well explained in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is giving us all the knowledge what we need to make our mind our best friend. Krishna is giving us all the knowledge what we need to get out of this material world forever, so that we don't come back again to this world. We should give up attachment to everything. That's what very important. So how we are going to give up attachment? So we need to be detached. How we are going to do that? So that we have discussed many, many times in the past, and every day we are discussing about it. That is possible only by simply focusing our mind on Krishna only, not on anything else, not on anyone else, only on Krishna all the time. Always remembering Krishna, never forgetting Krishna is the only way we can get ourselves detached from this material world. That's what we are studying in the entire 8th chapter again and again. Krishna is teaching us, starting from the beginning, when Arjuna asked the question that how to know you at the time of death. Krishna is teaching us very clearly that you should remember me all the time, without any deviation, without any break. Always get engaged in my service. So that's what repeatedly Krishna is teaching us. We have to do that. And that is very much possible for us. If we plan ourselves to please Krishna, then Krishna, in order to please us, he will make us to please him. It's very nice. We need to understand this very carefully. If we want to please Krishna, Krishna also wants to please us. So he will make us to please him in order to please us. So that way, this is two-way, not one way. In this material world, many times people expect everything only in one way. They want to take it everything, but they don't want to give it back. But here our relationship with Krishna is not like that. So when we want to serve Krishna, Krishna wants to serve us. It's not that only we go and serve Krishna all the time. Krishna is also ready to serve us all the time. That's what he did it to Arjuna in the battlefield. He was riding Arjuna's chariot. So in our life also, Krishna is there with us all the time, protecting us and showing us the directions and giving us the opportunities to please him, to serve him, to surrender unto him, to get this knowledge. Everything Krishna is doing. That's why we are able to study this Bhagavad Gita now very successfully, and we are able to make progress in our efforts to understand this Bhagavad Gita. So all such things are happening because Krishna is showering his causeless mercy upon us. So by Krishna's mercy, that's why Krishna is saying that Mat Prasadat, Tat Prasadat. So that's why by my mercy, so by his mercy, by Krishna's mercy. So only all our problems will be solved, only by Krishna's mercy. Only then we will be able to lead a very, very happy life. Our life will have a happy ending when we remember Krishna at the time of death. Otherwise, it's a very sad ending because we need to come back again to this material world. So that's very important. We have to make use of this life fully, completely focusing our mind on Krishna. When we want to serve Krishna, then definitely that's going to happen. If you really want to serve Krishna, then definitely that will happen. Anything we plan, anything we wish, whatever we want to do, only with full interest, with full focus, only to please Krishna, if you want to do that, then that will definitely happen. Ourselves studying Bhagavad Gita every day is also happening because of that one only. We are all very interested to study because we are all enjoying every day when studying this Bhagavad Gita. Because this is bringing us so much of enjoyment. We are able to focus our mind on Krishna. We are able to listen to Krishna. We are able to follow Krishna's instructions. So all such things are happening just by getting this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. And now we have a lot of opportunities to go and identify more and more devotees and please Krishna. We can identify. There are so many devotees around us. They don't know that we are studying Bhagavad Gita. Simply by letting them know that we are studying Bhagavad Gita, so they are saved from this ocean of material miseries. That's it. Simply by letting them know. Simply by letting others, simply letting by our friends, well-wishers, neighbors, everyone to know that we are enjoying, we are studying Bhagavad Gita, the king of knowledge, the song of God. So then if they are interested, if they also make use of this opportunity, so then that means they are ready to go to Goloka. So by Krishna's mercy, we got the opportunity, we are making full use of it. So when we study Bhagavad Gita like this, then we are understanding everything what is like discussed in Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, everything. All the chapters, all the slokas we understand, no confusion at all. So that means Krishna is teaching us very clearly, if you just know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, if you just know that that is enough. That means we are going to go to Goloka. We are going to be freed from the modes of nature. So that means for all of us, it's very much certain, it's very much guaranteed that we are going to go to Goloka at some point of time in this life or next life, but we are on the right path, right direction, we are progressing, we are going to go to Golokam. And there too, in our case, our team is really very unique that we are focusing only on what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita, nothing else. So we understand that there is no other truth which is superior than Krishna. Muttaga parataram na anyat. That's what Krishna says. And Krishna is the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava mattaga sarvam pravartati. And Krishna pervades this entire universe. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat davyaktam murtina. So I pervade this entire universe in my unmanifested form. So Krishna knows everything what is happening in every planet, everywhere Krishna knows. but no one knows Krishna. But we know Krishna. Because we got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. We are getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So, if Krishna did not give us this knowledge, so even when this knowledge is also not available all the time in this world, we understand that the disciplic succession was broken when Krishna gave this knowledge to sun god Vivaswan. So then again Krishna established this knowledge, and we are at the right time in this earth. We are living at the right time that this disciplic succession is continuing now. It is not broken yet. So from Krishna, now it's all coming. So Brahma, Narada, from Brahma to Narada, so Narada to Vyasadeva. So like that, it is coming to us from the disciplic succession with our gurus and everything. Now we are promoting, we are preaching, spreading Krishna's message. So that way, this is continuing, and we are living at the right time to receive this knowledge from wherever we are. We don't have to go anywhere else to study this Bhagavad Gita, just by sitting at home, just by sitting at where we are. So just we are able to get this knowledge, and there too we are getting every day. It's not that just during the pandemic when so many people were assembling, doing all these things, not assembling, staying in their homes and able to do all these things. Maybe I meant assembling in the internet, in the Zoom like that. But now we are continuing actually. We started, in fact, before the Corona period. We started in the 2019, middle of 2019 itself, we started our Bhagavad Gita. And we are continuing now. We are not going to stop. In fact, I'm doing this for so many decades actually, but now we got this opportunity to study through Zoom and understand this, and we are able to make use of this technology, and with all kinds of these smartphones and data, availability of data and everything, it has become so easy for us to connect and study and understand this Bhagavad Gita. We are living at such a nice time that we are able to get the knowledge from just sitting in our home. So we have to make full use of it. That's what is very important. We have to make complete use of it by getting this knowledge fully and understanding, by spreading. So that way our life is going to be so much wonderful, beautiful with this knowledge. Because we don't have to worry about anything. No need to think about anything. No need to think and worry about anything. Because when we are thinking about Krishna all the time, then where is the time to think and worry about anything? People who are worrying for no reason, people are thinking about this material things, material sense objects, and worrying because they don't know how to think about Krishna. They don't know how to remember Krishna. That's why they are struggling and suffering, thinking and worrying about all useless things in this material world. But our life is not like that. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we know how to remember Krishna, how to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, how to engage in Krishna's devotional service. So everything Krishna is teaching us, and we understand this Bhagavad Gita fully, completely. So that means we are able to surrender fully unto Krishna. So that's what Krishna wants from us. Once we are able to fully surrender unto Krishna, so then Krishna is going to remove us from all sins. Krishna is going to free us from all the sins. So, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. That's what is happening with us. Because we don't have to worry about our past sinful actions. We don't have to think that I did this, I did that, such wrong actions I did, and the sins I did, and all. We don't have to think. Whatever I did, everything Krishna takes care of it. And we won't do any more sins. Because when we become a dharmatma, ksipram bhavati dharmatma sasvachantim negacchati. So at that point of time, with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we are doing everything for Krishna, our interest in this material sense objects will be completely going away. So that way, since our focus is only on Krishna, only not on anything in this material world, we are not going to think and worry about anything in this material world. So that means we are not going to commit any more sins. So that is the effect of this Bhagavad Gita. So this is not an ordinary science. This is the king of science, the most secret knowledge. Not everyone will understand because not everyone has faith on it. So anyone who has faith on it can understand it. And since we have faith on Krishna, we have faith on Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's songs. So we are understanding it. We are getting the knowledge. And now we know how to free ourselves from the three modes of material nature. So how to cleanse all our sinful reactions, we know that. So, Bhasmasat Kurute Tata, Yatedam Samitogni, Bhasmasat Kurute Juna, Jnanagni Tadda Karmanam, Bhasmasat Kurute Tata. So, the fire of knowledge will burn everything, all our sinful reactions into ashes. So, that's what is happening with us. By Krishna's mercy, we are successfully now in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 22 slokas, and we are understanding very well about how to go to Krishna. So in the sloka number 21, what Krishna was teaching us, what we studied in this 8th chapter. Avyakto kshara ityukta kamahu paramam gatim yam prapya nanivartante haddama paramam mama. So that place, that supreme abode, that Krishna's abode, is known as Avyakta and Akshara. So it is unmanifest and infallible, unmanifested and infallible. Avyakto Akshara ityuktaga tamahuku paramam gatim yam prapya nanivartante taddama paramam mama. Anyone who reaches that abode, yam prapya nanivartante, they will not come back again to this material world. And that abode is my supreme abode. And that is my supreme abode. Taddama paramam mama. So that is Krishna's supreme abode. So that means when we reach there, we are going to be with Krishna. We are going to see Krishna. We are going to enjoy. So we are so much fortunate that we are devotees of Krishna. That is the highest position one can attain. So now we are going to go to Goloka with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. No doubt about it. So that's why Taddama Paramam Mama. We are going to go to that supreme abode. Yam prapya na nivartante taddama paramam mama. Anyone who reaches will not come back. That is my supreme abode. That which the Vedantists describe as unmanifest and infallible, that which is known as the supreme destination, that place from which, having attained it, one never returns, that is my supreme abode. So then in the next sloka, what we studied yesterday, Purushaga saparaga partha bhaktya labhyasvananyaga yasyantagastani bhutani yena sarvam idam tatham. So that supreme personality of God, Purushaga saparaga partha, can be attained only by unalloyed devotion. That's what Bhaktya Labhyast Ananyaya. So unalloyed, undeviated devotion, unalloyed devotion. Bhaktya. Yasyantagastani Bhutani. So all the living entities are in him, within him. Yasyantagastani Bhutani. And he pervades everything. Everything is pervaded by him. Yena sarvam idam tatam. So everything is pervaded by him. So that's what Krishna. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is greater than all, is attainable by unalloyed devotion. Although he is present in his abode, he is all pervading and everything is situated within him. Then in the next sloka, what Krishna is teaching us in the sloka number 23. Yatra kale tvanavritum avritum chaiva yoginaha Prayatayanti tam kalam vakshyami bharatarshava. So, yatra kalet anavritam. At what time when we die, we won't come back. Avritam at chaiva. At what time when we die, we will come back. So, yoginaga prayatayanti tam kalam. So, when we die, prayata, yatra kala prayata. So, yanti, tam kalam vakshyami. So, I explain to you that time, Bharatarshava, O best among the Bharatas, so O best of the Bharatas. And now I shall explain to you about the time at which, when you die, you will not come back. Or the time at which you die, you will come back. So, which times? So, that's what Krishna is saying that I shall explain to you. O best of the Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back. So we don't have to worry. So Krishna takes care of that. So what time we are going to die? Krishna is going to help us. Our goal is only to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, study this Bhagavad Gita, spread this message, offer prasadam to Krishna, and show unalloyed devotion to Krishna. That's it. So then Krishna takes care of that when we die, when we go to Goloka. So now by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 23 in the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now let's chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunmi Nittamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. If you have any questions, you can use the raise hand option. Hare Krishna. Ipsa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this class.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Due to some reason, I'm not unable to attend your class properly, but
Okay.
I try to attend.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, you can follow through our
Thank you,
YouTube recordings also. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Mithun Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, how are you?
Hare Krishna. By Krishna's causelessness, I am doing fine, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji, for the wonderful class. So this question did Arjuna did not ask, but Krishna himself was clarifying at what times, right, Guruji?
Exactly. Arjuna asked only one question, that how to know you at the time of death. So everything related to that, Krishna is explaining in detail.
Excellent.
But
Guruji.
the question is how to know you at the time of death. For that, Krishna is answering. That's why one question Arjuna asks, Krishna answers so much, like in so many slokas, Krishna answers in detail, so we will understand everything.
Yeah, that's excellent, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, thank you very much. We're going to know about the Lord Krishna. How is he? What he does? Unmanifested form and Avyakta, I mean the infinite Supreme. Going to getting to know so much about him. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Munmun Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare.
Thank you, Guruji, for this wonderful class, Guruji. It's
Yes,
very
Guruji.
nice to hear the classes. So I forgot actually. So I joined little late, but not that late actually. We are not started it till the slokas, so I attended that only. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Hare. R.K. Goyal Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sunil Srivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare Ram. Hare Ram.
Hare.
Rama Rama.
Pranam,
Hare.
Guruji.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Really wonderful, beautiful lecture today also. And, I think in subsequent slokas, today's learning will be completed, I think. Thank you, Guruji, for again reiterating to always think about Krishna.
Yes,
Really wonderful listening. Really, it is wonderful feeling when we listen to you, mesmerized with the talk. Really, I love the initial talks which you give it at length and explaining all the things. Really wonderful class. Thank you, Guru. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama. Rama
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Kandula Tirupati Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you so much for today's class also. I'm really very happy to see this. Shukla is a brightness who die in Shukla will not come back. And Krishna, Pakshe, he may come back again, he will get the birth. But Shukla means it's a devotee of the Krishna. I think it's a karma. Due to karma, you will get the death to Krishna. Which one is correct? Guruji.
Everything Krishna will decide, Prabhu. We don't have to worry. Being a yogi is very important. If you are a yogi, then we don't have to worry about it. Krishna will decide what's the time for us to leave, so that he will take us to Goloka.
Oh.
We don't have to worry about it. So
Thank you, Guruji. We have to think about only Krishna, not for the karmas, not for
that is
any
correct. Not
what.
worry
It's
about
better.
whether we will die in the Shukla or Krishna. We don't have to worry about that. That is Krishna's job.
Yeah.
When
Thank you very much.
we are ready to go to Goloka, Krishna will take us at the right time. That's it.
Yeah. He will choose the right time to take us.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. You got muted. Hare Krishna, R.K. Goyal Prabhu. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. I don't have any questions today. Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Guruji. Excellent class, lot of information, and anyway, it's a very nice class, Guruji. Really enjoy the class, and I think the coming slogas will tell us at least we'll get some information about when we die, in which time, what time, and what will happen, and yes, Guruji.
Then we can decide when to leave.
If that choice is with us, it's very nice, Guruji.
Yeah, Krishna will give that choice to the devotee.
Yes, Guruji. It's a very nice class, Guruji. Thank you so much. Lot of information.
Yes,
and only because of you, we are learning all these things, Guruji. Otherwise, we wouldn't have it. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. R.K. Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Sadhu Dandavat Pranam Guruji.
Dandavat Pranam.
Very nice class, and I had some doubt, but it has already been clarified in response to previous question asked by some other devotee. So we have to worry not about anything else, except we have to just keep on working for Krishna. Just remember Krishna all the time, and that's all. So that's very nice learning, Guruji. Thank you very much for your kind efforts, and we are merciful. God is merciful to us to keep us in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranam.
Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Thank you very much. So, गुरुजी मैं बहुत पूछना तो बहुत कुछ चाहती हूँ, लेकिन इतना इंग्लिश में नहीं बोल पाती.
ठीक है, no problem.
पूछना तो बहुत कुछ चाहती हूँ, लेकिन बोल नहीं पाती इतना.
Yes, but you are understanding. That's enough, Mataji. Whatever I'm teaching, if you understand, that's fine. Yes, Mataji.
बस वो तो आपकी बात समझ लेती हूँ, लेकिन बोल के बता नहीं पाती कुछ भी.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Ram.
Hare Ram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram. Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji. Pranam. Aliyapan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, as usual, your initial explanations is really, even though it is medical science, it is really interesting. That is, our body is made up of biomolecules and with many bonds. I think we really in our life wonder that our body is one of the creation which cannot be by any means. That is the type of human body. So, but the same thing is deteriorating means that is again another wonder only. So that is another wonder, and we have to follow Krishna so that we can go to him finally without body. If you don't want body, then better to always listen to Krishna. That is a very interesting thing. And today's sloga also going to say that when we are really going to Goloka and Krishna, that means Krishna himself knows in advance when we are really going to be yogi, and as per his this thing, and then when we will be going to Goloka.
Yes.
That is another interesting thing which today's sloga is made us to wait and listen. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for your
Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Prabhu, Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
By the costless mercy of Krishna, we are studying the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the purest and topmost knowledge and secret of secrets. This Bhagavad Gita, only people having faith on Bhagavad Gita can study and understand, and this will clear all our sins. And Krishna says, spiritual bird is permanent thing, whereas material bird, which is always changing, temporary, karmendriya, jnanendriya, which control the body system, they also stop one day and we cannot continue it. So that is very temporary. So no use of getting attached to this material world and these material benefits and material pleasures. So only with the knowledge of Krishna, we can get the mind controlled, and we make our mind as our friend and give up all attachments to everything by focusing on Krishna. Krishna also wants us to please him, please us by making us please him. That is a reciprocal process. We want to serve Krishna, and Krishna wants to serve us. That is why we are studying Bhagavad Gita successfully by Krishna's mercy only. Otherwise, we are not able to attend this class and study Bhagavad Gita also. At the time of death, we reach Krishna and we'll go to Goloka and we'll be happy there. Enjoying always by studying Bhagavad Gita, focusing on Krishna, listening to Krishna's instructions, identifying devotees, understanding everything that is in Bhagavad Gita, which is Krishna teaches us very clearly, making us to go to Goloka. Krishna is the source of everything, and everything, he knows everything and everywhere. Whenever Krishna is there, by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we can understand him. We are receiving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita whenever we sit by using our technology. By that way, by spreading Krishna's message, always we have to think about Krishna, nothing else. We have to fully surrender to Krishna, unto Krishna, and remove all our sins from us. That is what we have to do. And in the 22nd sloka, it is told that the Supreme Personality, Parama Purush, can be attained only by unalloyed, undeviated devotion. Everything is in Krishna and everything is pervaded by Krishna. And today's sloka, 23rd sloka, Krishna says, at the time of death, one person, one yogi, whether he will come back or he will not come back, that he is going to explain in the subsequent sloka. That is what's told in the latest sloka. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vrinda Jai Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for the class, Guruji. Thank you very much. It's nice to know again and again that we need to detach. And the only way to detach is by attaching to Krishna.
Yes, Mother.
Yes. That's what makes
Yes, Mother.
the beginning. Yes, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam,
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. Today, I understand, Prabhuji, the material world is temporary. Our body also has expiry.
I think you got muted, Mother.
We are able to control our mind to become our best friend. Otherwise, we are in trouble because our mind not in our control. Krishna giving all the knowledge to control our mind. We should detach every time, everything in the material world by the knowledge of Krishna given in Bhagavad Gita. Prabhuji.
Yes.
Never forgetting Krishna is only way to control our mind. If we plan to please Krishna, he also wants and make us to become perfect. Gives us opportunities to serve Krishna. By Krishna's mercy, we are understanding Bhagavad Gita, Prabhuji. When we want to worship, serve, put all our focus on Krishna, definitely we go to Krishna only. By Krishna's mercy, we got that this opportunity. We are going to Goloka. Krishna knows everything. What happens to us? Do not think about life and about material world. Only think about Krishna always. Krishna removes all miseries, sins. If we follow, we cannot do any sins. If we follow Krishna and Bhagavad Gita, we cannot do any sins. Krishna is Avyakta, Akshara, who go to that Paramaloka, Goloka, not returns. Only Ananya Bhakti, with Ananya Bhakti, we can attain Krishna's mercy. Krishna helps at our death time also. If we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, offering prasada and spreading Bhagavad Gita to all. Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Let us listen to Prabhupada's Kirtan now.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.